Well, that was kind of a bluesy number. Thank you, Sean, for having picked that. We are privileged enough to have Gino Villamor back from last week. Remember last week he talked about singing the blues, and we're going to try to get him to do that today. He is the managing director, One Heart Caregiver Services, South Bay and Hermosa Beach.
That's right.
Now, we talked about his past. We can do that quickly. He gained a lot of experience in the Philippines and offshore client support for people working in this country and maybe other countries too. So his HR recruitment put him in a great position for any type of business and connections for any type of business he would want to go through or get into. And we are connected now with One Heart Caregivers, or Gino is definitely an owner or a franchisee. We'll call you owner, right? Because that's really what it is.
Yeah.
In the South Bay area. And of course, we were discussing who is better looking, his wife or his kids, but we're still not going to get into that. We can let him sing about that. So, anything else you wanted to add about you to get started with?
Oh, well, I guess it's an important bit of information to put out there that I've only been in the home care industry for like a couple of years, so there's
But
a
I
lot.
did say that you were in the HR business and connecting people of all
That's right.
levels,
That's right. Yeah.
almost worldwide, and you could have chosen any single type of business that you wanted to get into because you basically came from a lot of businesses.
Hmm.
And you chose healthcare for a couple of reasons. One, I won't get into too much because you do come from the Philippines, and it just seems like people from the Philippines care about their older people and care about. I mean, it's just like we could do a whole show about people
Yeah,
from the
it's like
people
second.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, either from the Philippines or with Filipino history that are just, I mean, they're there, they're everywhere in this business. Whether you're not only in your business, but oh, my ear itched, but a little, but I mean, in the hospitals and things like that, everywhere.
Hmm.
So I don't know, but anyway, I'll stop stepping on your toe. So go ahead and finish what you were talking
Oh
about.
yeah, I guess that's one thing, and as far as my history with One Heart is concerned, uh, uh, I've learned a lot. I'm learning everything in the home care industry just from this entire experience, like nowhere else. There's nowhere else in my entire work history where I've gotten everything that I'm doing now except from here, and which is great, because I'm learning from the best. You know, imagine if I had to learn like different bits of
Right.
different aspects of the whole thing from different sides. It would have been messy. It would have been a
Yeah,
catastrophe.
but now others are learning from you, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They definitely are. I mean, it's really like half of the job I'd say is like putting information out, like telling them about, what kind of options they have, and not really being pushy in terms of because it's a business, and any business would want to, be profitable in every way possible. But this is like an intimate type of um, type of
Right.
personalize it as much as you can and being to educate them, asking questions and being able to formulate answers based on a unique situation of the potential care recipient would be, it's just really an essential part of the job.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, and we also, and what we're talking about now is kind of keeping older people also talking. I mean, you can be 20 and get into this business. We don't want to stop you from
Mm-hmm.
getting into this business if you're young.
That's
Like,
right.
but for older people, we want to see older people very busy and dedicated, and then that's what we think this will help do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, so I think you said there was a couple of things you would like to bring up that we just ran short of time on last week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess one of the things I remember, Randy talking to us about, when we were, prepping for the guesting was, how our services, how if a potential care recipient, like an elderly person, has long-term care insurance. So if somebody has long-term care
Oh yeah,
insurance,
good point.
you know,
Good point.
this is something that would be an advantage for that person because it covers our services. I mean, sometimes maybe I guess it depends on the type of package that they got, type of deal that they got at the beginning, but it could be like 100% or a certain percentage of it. And I've had a couple of clients who've utilized that type of insurance, and it worked really well for them. Okay, so because it's out
Sure.
of pocket, and people wouldn't want to. I mean, if you had a choice, you wouldn't want to spend for services like these. But as a matter of like safety and precaution, you'd really have to.
You
Then
have to. You
yeah,
have to. You.
yeah,
This is. I mean, this is what. If you're going to spend money on anything, this is what you're going to spend money on.
mhm,
And you know, I spend a lot of time trying to show people or educate them on other ways to pay for
yeah,
health care, because so few people have long-term care
mhm.
insurance. But you know, but it's great if you have had that.
Yeah, exactly. Because one of the initial questions that I normally get is this covered by my insurance? Is this covered by medical or Medicare? Unfortunately, it's categorized under non-medical care, so thus it isn't normally covered
You
by
know,
those types of things. So yeah, so
but
long-term
I'll
care.
tell you that I think I saw it was 70 or 80% of Americans feel that their normal health insurance or Medicare
Hmm.
for your services,
Hmm.
and they are not correct. So they need to be stable. They need to get a way to do it. There's nothing more important. You don't want to
That's
end up in the hospital. You want to end up at home with people, good people from your company, that kind of
mhm.
thing.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah. And I guess another thing, that just popped into my head. One of the things that we wanted to emphasize on the I guess on the franchising end, like for people who are looking for a way to be able uh, to have a profitable business and at the same time serve the community. The
Oh boy,
franchise.
serving the community is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. On the franchising end, it's important for them to know that our company, 1Heart, it has been very good at driving our brand in recent years, like driving it in through many different platforms, specifically online. You could find us everywhere, and at the same time, uh, those that have existed for a long time, like flyers and marketing collaterals. Our brand is just out there, so they can be assured that when they choose to like represent this brand, if they get into home care, they wouldn't, it would be easy for potential clients to trust them right away, and to
Right.
feel at
Well,
ease. I'm getting this service. It's been around for 13 years. I'm seeing it everywhere. That sort of thing. So the level of confidence is already like up there. So there's not a lot
now
of work.
before we forget, I want to do. We promised, but we told our listeners that they might be lucky enough for a live blues concert. And uh, but what's important, we put important stuff first. So before, and hopefully you will, no pressure, of course. You're just here live in front of hundreds and thousands of listeners. Uh, go ahead and give out all of your contact information and then just go into it. And then we can get back to more discussion if there's more time. But,
Sure.
20 or 30 numbers would be fine.
Sure. So no problem. So once again, my name is Gino Villamor. I am what you call a client care manager for the 1Heart Caregiver Services South Bay location. So if you live in the South Bay area of LA, if you know where the beach cities are, Manhattan, Hermosa, and Redondo, and the Palos Verdes Peninsula, San Pedro, and everywhere in between that, Torrance, that's my area. So anyone who lives there, you call 310-773-7207. If you have any questions about home care, what kind of options you have, if you need a caregiver, where you are, that's the number you call, and I can help you out. All right. You can also
It doesn't matter where you live. Call and Gino will put you in the right direction.
That's right. Yeah. Wherever you are, I guess in Southern California, there's a play. There's a location that could serve you. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's it's for my information. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and now introduce the great and famous recording star, Gino. We'll just stick with the first name, all right? Gino,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Gino.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, Jay. So let me just put into character a little bit, all right?
All right. Now you're talking.
Yeah. So can you hear the guitar, Jay? Sounds good?
That sounds great.
You hear it? Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're ready.
So you know who Jimi Hendrix is, right?
I believe, in fact, it was his birthday. Was it last week or the week before? We talked about him a lot.
That's right. So,
and about his blues album came out only a few years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I think he came up with this is like an anniversary. No, not an anniversary, but yeah, like an all blues album. I think I have that. I think I got that.
Yeah. The 2 record set with it's great.
Well, this one's not one of his most popular. I'll try to do as much justice as I could with it. This song is interestingly, I've been a Jimi Hendrix fan all my life, but I've heard this first from another artist called Tuck and Patty. If you know who Tuck Andress is, like a great guitar player. He's married to Patty. I forgot her last name. They do have a duo, and they did I really love the song. I believe Kenny Rankin did a number. Did this number too. All right, so this one is called "Up from the Skies" by Jimi Hendrix.
And you ready? Your interpretation, your cover.
Yep. I just wanna talk to you. I don't wanna do you no harm. I just want to know about your different lives from different people from. I heard some you got your families living in cages, tall and cold. Some just say the end just away and past the age of old. Is this true? Please let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. I just want to know about the rooms behind your mind. Do I see a vacuum there? Or am I going blind? Is it just remains from vibrations and echoes long ago? Things like love the world and let your fancy flow. Is this true? Please let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. I have lived here before, the days of ours. And of course, this is why I'm so concerned. And I come back to find the stars misplaced, and the smell of a world that has burned, and the smell of a world that has burned. So where do I purchase my ticket? I just wanna have a ringside seat. I wanna know about the new Mother Earth. I wanna hear and see everything. I wanna hear and see everything. I want to hear and see everything. I wanna hear and see everything. I want to hear and see everything.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go, Joy. Some Jimmy
Well, I
Anderson.
hope that's not. You got another one, right? Coming?
I haven't done it in a long time, so might be
That's okay.
might not be good for your radio show. But
Everything will be good for my radio show. So, it can be just a short one or whatever, or we can talk a little first and then you can do some. But,
Sure.
I really, really feel privileged that we were able to get involved in that. Okay.
Well, I'm glad to have been able to be part of it.
Well, you could be a regular part of it. You never know. In fact, we may just turn this into a blues program, and that's the end of that.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Talk
we do have health issues going on. And, I was supposed to go into the hospital Monday for 2 surgeries, and that's been put off because of COVID. And Hoag Hospital, which is in Newport Beach. I don't live in Newport Beach, but it's a huge hospital.
Mhm.
And there's no room for me. I guess the good part of that is that, I could tell you what's wrong with me and it would sound like it was horrible, but it is still looked at as elective surgery, which is a good news. So, I'll be fine. And I'll also be back next week, which I wasn't going to. But, what kind of advice for everybody should we be? I mean, I could give some, but you know me. But you're in the business itself. Or what do you see, and what do you see that people are not doing?
Yeah, well, it's great that you started off with that you mentioned that scenario where you needed to go to the hospital, but they have no space for you, and in a different, maybe if you were a different person in different circumstances, you might need care, and
Of course, we'd be calling you right now.
Yeah, and an institution like hospital couldn't provide it, then our services would be, I guess, your next best bet. Your next best alternative. Because we understand that there's a lot of folks out there, mostly, like older people. Have not been.
You're looking at one.
It's I guess it's a state of mind, I would have to say.
No, I wasn't pointing at the mind. That's still infantile. I was showing the face.
Just showing the face. All right. Just the corporal part, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Yeah. So anyway, they're not as strong as they were, and but they still need to be able to get around the house. They still need to be able to like do groceries, and like basically do stuff, in our industry we call it activities of daily living. And if you can't, and maybe most of your family's far away, like would be there to help you, as if you
Right.
had
Right.
as if you had them with you. So
And you don't necessarily want family members close to you anyway. I mean, you like them in your heart, like one heart, but you never know what they may have been exposed to. You never know what you may have been exposed to.
mhm.
Which reminds me, Kathleen, did we get the results of my COVID test from the other day? Nope. Okay. I'm okay, though. What the heck? I had to get the test for the hospital, but now it doesn't matter. So, but I'm okay. I don't have it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think. No. But a lot of people don't think, and they actually do, and that's the problem.
Hmm. Yeah. And we've taken care of a lot of individuals who just finished surgery, or is just coming from a type of condition where when they get home, they are better than they were before they went to the hospital. When they get
Sure.
home, they still
That's
they
the
they're
idea.
still not at their best. They're still not at their 100%.
Yeah.
So we could come in and help you out, maybe just for a few hours, until you get better. That sort of thing. Maybe for a few days, a few weeks, or maybe a couple of months. It depends on the type of situation you are. So the services are very flexible that way. So yeah, so that's one thing I'd like to emphasize. You have this option. Not a lot of people are aware of that, but yeah.
And I do like to make reference to the if you do have family members, even live-ins or things like that, taking care of you for those activities of daily living, they need a break,
Yeah.
or else they're going to end up in the hospital. And you don't want to get something off of Craigslist. You want somebody that knows what they're doing, so that if you are the caregiver, you can take some days off and feel, in your one heart, that you are still taking care of your loved ones and
That's
feel
right.
restful about that.
That's right. Yeah. And I guess to add to that, it's before 2016, our this type of service, home care, having a caregiver at home, has been I would have to say like a completely unregulated type of service. You could just pick off
Yeah,
someone
I
from the
remember
street.
when a lot of those laws came in.
Yeah, and you pay them a certain amount, and sometimes below minimum wage, that sort of thing. But and when that law came, AB 12112, if I'm not mistaken, or 1217, it protected the consumer and the caregivers, both. So this way, none of them the caregivers don't get overworked.
Yeah,
And
I'm sure some of the Craigslist type caregivers went out of business, as they should, and
yeah.
now it's just, you get what you pay for,
Mhm.
and you want 100% professionalism, especially from this.
Yeah, you don't want to. I mean, because if you put somebody to work at your home, for a certain number of hours, you automatically assume employer responsibilities, and you have to pay for, basically like assume all the responsibilities of an employer as if you were a business, but you don't want to do that, right? It's a whole other headache, and you end up spending more, money and more time, more effort. So in our case, we want to guarantee you that that peace of mind, that we'll take care of everything. We're a full service caregiving solution for you and your family.
And
So
you'll sing to them too.
yeah, if they wanted to,
You
if
said
it's
full service, you got it.
if it's like an essential part of their care, why not, right?
That's the way I see it.
Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna do let's do you've heard of a guy called Eric Clapton, right?
Yeah, somewhere back there.
Somewhere back there, huh?
And remember, we only have about 5, maybe 6 minutes left. We want to make sure you get your
Yeah.
contact information
I'll-
out again. So
yeah.
4
minutes. All
minutes. So why don't you give your contact information out real quick and then sing for 3.5 minutes?
All right, for like home care services, caregiving services that you need, for anywhere you are in the Southern California region. or even in Las Vegas, or in
Or
uh,
private concerts.
San Francisco, you call us. You call One Heart Caregiver Services. My name is Gino. I'm from the South Bay area. My number is 310-773-7207. Once again, that's 310-773-7207. That's One Heart Caregiver Services of South Bay.
And
And
thanks
we'll hook you
so
up.
much. This is Jay from the Educated Retirement, and I'll say take care of yourself. Have a great week. I'll say good night, goodbye, right? Because we will probably be just singing right through our sign off. So take it away.
Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. You say I've been spending my money on other women, been taking money from someone else. I called your mama about 3 or 4 nights ago. I called your mama about 3 or 4 nights ago. Well, your mother said, son, don't call my daughter no more. See you again, Jay.
That was great. And we even, I think, have a minute to say good night.
Good
Is
night,
that
everyone.
right, Sean? Oh, so we still got a minute. So, I want to, again, thank you so much, and everyone at One Heart, and all the listeners. Stay safe. Sean, you too. I need you. You know, Sean? So do a lot of other people. So, yeah, we know. We got 1 minute. So we just want to make sure everybody gets thanked real well. And we were talking about bagels earlier. Yeah, you had some bagel jokes earlier. We got 30 seconds. I want to fill with a bagel joke. Oh, well, we'll to a pickle joke. So remember those? What do you call a frozen pickle hanging from a roof? An ice pickle. So remember that Kaplan will be here on the same corner in front of the cigar store next week. And I'm really privileged that all of you people are listening. Any of you people are listening. We love and have yourself a great, great week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.